Hello children. So we saw in our last class, that is in our previous class, acid, bases and salts. Okay. So in that we saw equations and preparations also. Okay. So many preparations we saw in that class. Okay. Now let us move on to our new chapter, metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals. Okay. You know about this metals and non-metals. I thought. Okay. That is we come across so many metals in our day-to-day life. Okay. So you know what is metals and what is non-metals. Okay. You read in your earlier classes also. In your earlier classes. Okay. I only thought if you remember or not, I don't know. Okay. So if you remember, it's good. Okay. Now let us see the introduction. Okay. So first we see elements. Okay. So elements which is present in earth. So many elements are present. You know the symbols of elements also. Okay, we have a periodic table. Based on that periodic table, you know the elements. And what are the elements? The symbols of the elements also you know. And symbols of the compounds also you know. Okay, so let us know the elements. We have so many elements. That is sodium. Okay, based on the symbols I will say. Okay, sodium. Okay, potassium. Okay, sulfur, chlorine. Okay, nitrogen and phosphorus. We have so many elements. Okay, so these elements are divided into two types. These elements are divided into two types. What are those two types? Metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals. How we are dividing this? How we are dividing this into this metal is metal, this element is metal and this element is non-metal based on their properties. Okay, based on their properties. So based on their physical properties or based on their chemical properties. We have physical properties also and we have chemical properties of elements. Okay, so here we have the properties based on the that is based on the physical and chemical properties. So that properties are shown. The element means that is properties of metals shown. The elements means that element we can say it is a metal, and it shows the properties of non-metals means that element we can say it is a non-metal. But if it is shows both properties of metals and non-metals, okay, so if we have a metal element silicon, this shows both the properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, so that element we can say it is a metalloids. Okay, that element we can say it is a metalloids. Okay, so we have three types of elements. What are those? Metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals, non-metals and metalloids. Okay, say with me again. What are the three types of elements? Metals, non-metals and metalloids. Okay, so if the element shows the properties of metals, that element is a metal. If the element shows properties of non-metals, that element is we can say it is a non-metal. If the element shows both the properties of metals and non-metals, that element we can say it is a metalloids. Understood? See here, we can say the example of metals: sodium, potassium, etc. Okay, and non-metals we can say nitrogen, chlorine. These are non-metals. Okay, and metalloids we can say silicon, germanium. Okay, these are all germanium and arsenic. These are all metalloids. Okay, so you know the examples now. See what are the examples of metals? Sodium, potassium, iron, aluminium. These are all metals. Okay, so iron, aluminium and all we are seeing in our day-to-day life. Okay, you can see that metals. And non-metals, nitrogen, chlorine. These are all non-metals. Okay, non-metals. And metalloids, silicon, germanium, arsenic, these are all metalloids. Okay, it shows the properties of their own. Okay, so then we move on to the physical properties of metals and non-metals. In this lesson we can see about metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals based on these two properties of physical properties and chemical properties. Let us see in this lesson. Okay, so first let us see about the physical properties about the metals. What is the physical properties of the metals? Okay, so first one, physical state of the metal. Okay, so physical properties. Physical properties. First one, physical state. So physical state. So metals. So what is the physical state of metal? It is very hard. Okay. So physical state of metals are solid. Metals are solid at room temperature. Metals are solid at room temperature. Except what are the two metals which is liquid at room temperature? Mercury and gallium. Mercury and gallium. Okay, solid at room temperature. Solid at room temperature. What is the physical state of metals? Solid at room temperature. And then except what? Mercury and gallium. Mercury and gallium. Okay, so solid at room temperature except the metals. So that is mercury and gallium are liquid form of metals at room temperature. Okay, and then the second one is melting and boiling property. Okay, melting and boiling property. Melting and boiling point. So melting and boiling point of metals. Think about metals. How the metals are? It is solid at room temperature. Okay, it is solid means it takes some time to melt and it takes more time to boil. Okay, so metals are having high boiling point and high melting point. High boiling point and melting point. Melting and boiling point. Okay, high boiling point and melting point. And then the third property is density. Density of the metals. Okay, density of the metals. You can say how the metals are having density. It is a solid base. Okay, solid metals are having high density. Solids are having high density. Okay, you read in your 9th standard class itself. Okay, solid, liquids and gases. How the density of solids? High density. Okay, children, high density. High density. Okay, and then the another concept is malleability. Malleability. This is new to you. Okay, what does mean malleable? What does mean by malleable? Malleable means we can beat into thin sheets. Okay, we have a metal like this. Okay, it is a solid. Okay, we can take like this metal. Okay, this is a metal. Okay, this metal we can take any other metal or any other thing, we can beat it. We can take hammer or any other thing. Okay, so we can beat this metal very hardly. This metal should be made into a thin sheet like this. Okay, so like this shape. We can beat into a thin sheet. Okay, this property we can say it is a malleability property. Malleability property. See, we can have this property, that is malleability property. Only metals have the malleable property. See, metals are hard in nature. Okay, metals are very hard, that is solid in nature. The solid things we can be, it should be expanding. Okay, that is we can make the solid rod or solid form of metal into thin sheet while beating. This property we can say it is a malleability property. Okay, so it can be malleable. It can be malleable. Okay, and then we have another property is ductility. Ductility. Okay, so this we can beaten into thin sheets means that we can say it is a malleability. Okay, so malleable, and that sheets are also again we are beating into thin wires. We are making into thin wires. Okay, so example we can make a copper. Copper is a metal. Copper is a metal. So that metal we can make that into thin wires to conduct, to use the electrical wires to conduct the electricity from one place to another place. So we are using that into thin wire. Okay, we can make the metal into thin wires. That we can say it is a ductility. Okay, and we can say most ductile metal. What is the most ductile metal? Gold. We are using in the ornaments. Is it right? We can make 1 gram gold into 2 kilometer. Okay, sorry, 2 meters. Okay, 2 meters thin wire. Okay, so 1 gram gold, 1 gram, it should be beaten into 2 meter wire, 2 meter thin wire. Okay, 2 meter thin wire. Okay, so this is a gold. Okay, so the most ductile metal is gold. The most ductile metal is gold. So metals are having ductile property also. Okay, so metals are ductile. Metals are ductile. Okay, so here then we have another property, that is conductors. Okay, electrical and thermal conductivity. 6. Electrical and thermal conductivity. What does it mean by electrical and thermal? Electrical means electricity, conductors. Okay, and thermal means heat. Thermal means heat. So metals are good conductors. Metals are good conductors. Metals are good conductors. And then we have luster. Okay, luster. What does it mean by luster? Luster. Okay, luster. See, it is having a shining surface. Luster means shining surface. Luster means shining surface. See, metals are always having a shining surface. Examples: gold, silver, aluminium, steel, iron. These are all copper. These are all having a shining surfaces. Are you agree, children? Okay, so metals are having shining surfaces. Okay, so it is having shining surface. Shining surface. Okay, shining surface. And then 8th property, that is sonorous in sound. Sonorous. Sonorous in sound. So most metals are sonorous except sodium and potassium. Why? Means that two metals are soft metals. That two metals are soft metals. Okay. See, sonorous in nature. Sonorous in nature except sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium. Except sodium and potassium. Okay. See, then generally hardness. Okay. Generally hard here also except sodium and potassium. ninth one, hardness of the material. Okay, hardness. So generally hard, except same sodium and potassium. Okay, see once again what are the physical properties of metals? What are the physical properties of metals? Okay, see here what are the physical properties? Physical state of the metals are solid at room temperature except mercury and gallium. Except mercury and gallium. So melting point and boiling point of metals are actually it is having high melting point and boiling point. Okay, except gallium and cesium. Gallium and cesium. Okay, except gallium and cesium. Okay, see physical state of metals are solid at room temperature except mercury and gallium, and melting and boiling point of metals are high boiling point and high melting point except gallium and cesium. Why? Because these are all non-solids at room temperature. So we can have the high melting and boiling point. Okay, and the density of physical properties are high density. The density of physical properties are having high density. Why? Because solids is always having the high density. Okay, and then malleability. The property of malleability means it can be beaten into thin sheets. So we can say metals we can beaten into thin sheets. So we can say it is a malleable. And move on to ductility. What is mean by ductility? We can draw the metals into thin wires. Okay, so metals can always drawn into a thin wire. So we can say it is a ductile in nature. Okay, so example gold. Most ductile metal is gold and silver. Okay, and then electrical and thermal conductivity. Physical state of electrical and thermal conductivity of metals are good conductors of electricity and good conductors of heat. Okay, so we can use the kitchen waste. Okay, aluminium, iron, and copper vessels or utensils we are using. So it is a good conductors of heat, and for electricity we are using the copper. These metals are we are using aluminium. These are okay. That is also good conductors of electricity and thermal conductor. Okay, and lustrous. Next property is lustrous. What is mean by lustrous? It is having a shiny surface. Okay, so all the metals are having shiny surface. All the metals are having shiny surface. And sonorous in nature. When we are beating or striking to any other one, it makes sound. Okay, that we can say sonorous in nature except sodium and potassium. Okay, so why? Because it is a soft metal, so there is no sound between that. Okay, and then hardness of the metals. So what is the hardness of metals? It is generally hard and except sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium also having density, but it is compared to the other metals, it is very less density, and it is having generally little bit hard. Okay, so we can cut with the knife also. So sodium and potassium can be cut with a knife. Okay, so we can say it is not a hard metal. Okay, it is a soft metal. Sodium and potassium are soft metals. Okay, understood children? Okay, then we move on to the physical properties of non-metals. Physical properties of non-metals. Okay, so same properties we can say is we can see in the non-metals also. What are the properties? This you can understood. Okay, what are the properties we see in the metals here? Physical state of the metals and melting and boiling point of the metals and density of the metals, malleability of the metals, ductility of the metals, and electrical and thermal conductivity. Then lustrous of the metals, sonorous in sound, and hardness. So 9 properties we saw in the metals. Based on that, let us see about the non-metals also. You know what is non-metals? It is very soft. Okay, so soft. So let us see the physical properties of non-metals. Okay, in the non-metals also. Okay. So first one, that is physical state of non-metal. So most of the non-metals are solid and gases in room temperature. Solids and gases in room temperature, except bromine. Except bromine. Okay. Solids and gases. Solids and gases except bromine. So bromine is a liquid at room temperature. Okay, bromine is a liquid at room temperature. And then melting and boiling point of non-metals. See, non-metals are always soft in nature. So soft means it takes boil and melt. It is easily. It takes low time. Okay, so it is low melting point and boiling point. Okay, so low melting point and boiling point. So comparing to metals, it is low melting point and boiling point. But here also we have exceptional non-metals. What are the exceptional non-metals? The allotropes of carbon. What are the allotropes of carbon? That is diamond and graphite are having hard in nature. That is hard non-metals. So we can have that non-metals are having high boiling and melting points. So except diamond and graphite. Diamond and graphite. These are the hard non-metals. Okay. And then the third property is density. Okay. So the density of the non-metals are low. Low density. You know these are all soft. Okay. Non-metals are soft. Soft means that density is also very less. Okay. Soft. Low density. And then malleability of the non-metals. You know, if we are soft non-metals, we can't beat into thin sheets. While we are beating that brittle in nature. What does mean by brittle? It broken down. It broken into so many pieces. Okay. So we can say neither malleable and ductile properties also not there. So we can say neither malleable and not ductile. So neither malleable. And the ductile property we can say non-ductile. Okay, so neither malleable nor ductile. So we can beat this non-metals into thin sheets or thin wires. It should be broken down. Okay, so then it is brittle. We can say it is a brittle. And then electrical and thermal conductivity. So non-metals are not conducting electricity and as well as the heat also. So it does not conduct electricity and heat. Okay. Here also we have exceptional. So graphite is a hard thing. Okay. Graphite is conducting of electricity and thermal as well as the heat also. Okay. So it is a poor conductors. Non-metals are poor conductors of electricity and heat. Poor conductors. But except graphite. So graphite is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay. And then we have the seventh property is lustrous in nature. So lustrous. Non-metals are not lustrous. Do not luster. But except here we have a lustrous non-metal. Which is lustrous non-metal? Iodine. Iodine is a lustrous non-metal. Okay. So non-metals are do not lustrous. Okay. Non-metals doesn't luster. Okay. And except iodine. Iodine is a lustrous non-metal. You can have this question in 1 mark question. Okay. So it is very important. Which is the lustrous non-metal in between, which is given under. Okay. Under the table, under the options. Okay. They are given in the options. Okay. You have iodine, bromine. Okay. And diamond. Okay, you can confuse. Diamond is a lustrous non-metal and iodine is also a lustrous non-metal. Comparing to diamond, iodine is very lustrous. Okay, so iodine is a lustrous non-metal. Okay, so then sonorous in sound. Okay, sonorous in sound. These non-metals doesn't give the sound while hitting or touching or that is striking to any other metals. So doesn't sonorous. It's not sonorous. Okay, and then the last one is hardness of the metal. So all the metals, solid metals. So solids are non-metals are solids and gases. So solid non-metals also generally soft. Solid non-metals also generally soft. Okay, except diamond. So diamond is one of the hardest non-metal. Diamond is one of the hardest non-metal. Okay, so generally non-metals are soft. Generally soft except diamond. Okay, so let us see again the properties of non-metals. So physical properties, physical state of the non-metals, that is solids and gases in nature, and that is at room temperature. Solids and gases, generally non-metals are solids and gases at room temperature except bromine. Bromine is a liquid at room temperature and liquid non-metal is bromine. Okay, and low melting point and boiling point. So melting and boiling point of non-metals is very low except diamond and graphite. Okay, and density of non-metals also low density. Okay, and then malleability and ductility properties. Malleable means what? We can beat metals in we can beat the elements into thin sheets. That property doesn't apply in the non-metals. So neither malleable, and ductility means we can draw the elements into thin wires. Okay, so this property also not available in the non-metals. So we can say that is a non-ductile. Okay, so neither malleable and non-ductile. Okay, and then poor that is electricity and conductivity of electricity and thermal conductivity. It is a poor conductor except graphite. Okay, and then lustrous property. So non-metals doesn't luster anyway except iodine. Okay, and then does not sonorous in nature. While it is hitting or it is striking with any other things, it doesn't give any sound. So we can say it does not sonorous. Okay, so non-metals are generally soft. If you are solid non-metals also, it is soft in nature except diamond. Diamond is the hardest non-metal. See here we have how many one mark questions. See in this we have liquid non-metal, bromine, and we have graphite, conductor, good conductor or not, that is good conductor of non-metal, good conductor of electricity and thermal conductivity, that is non-metal is graphite, and then lustrous non-metal, diamond. Okay, and hardest non-metal, diamond. Okay, lustrous non-metal is iodine, and hardest non-metal is diamond. As we say here, that is we can cut the metals which is soft in nature. We can cut with a knife. What are those metals? Sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium we can cut with a knife. Okay. So and these are the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay. Can you understand, children? Okay. Recall these concepts and let us see the chemical properties of metals and non-metals in our next class. Okay, children. Thank you.